Hey everyone. In the last session, as part of our spring batch, a project we created and how to create metadata tables on which property we got done, right? Now, let me start about the base setup configurations as part of our application here. Let me show you what we completed. Just we added the database properties and entity classes we done, and we created one job object here, one bean object just I created here. Now we'll discuss step by step on this activity here. Now, as part of the step to create a job, we have one class called job builder. Okay, we have an object called, there's a job builder object. So this builder object is expecting two parameters. What is the name of the job and job repository? So this job repository taken care by your application automatically here. You no need to configure explicitly here. Okay, and here you can provide any job name. Now let me provide here job. Okay, job one. Just I given some name as a job one. Okay, and here job repository. So as part of our theory session, we explained, right, to create a job, it is expecting to few parameters. One of the parameter called incrementer. It's a kind of a job incrementer. Now, like every time it needs to start with a new, this is a default implementation class. Then you need to write a start here. Now you need to write as a step, and you need to build the object. Simple. Now here if you see, right now we are doing a single step. You may have multiple steps also here, multiple steps. Then you can ask me, inside a step we have a reader, processor, or writer. Then why we need again a new step? Means maybe one step is loading the data, second step is from the location I want to delete the file, that is a second step. Like you can create as many number of steps by following a parameter called flow. We have an option called flow. Using this you can execute number of steps also here. Right now I'm showing as a use case for this specific step here. For advanced classes, I mean to say more number of sessions later on time we can see as well. Right now one bean object is created. Okay, just save the application. Now if I run this application, anything will happen, just observe the logs. Just observe the logs. Okay, now see here what it is saying. Application failed to start. Why? It is expecting parameter 1 of method job batch configuration. What it is saying? Step couldn't be found. This is a interface. I should create a implementation class, right? Without that, it will not start our application at all here. Okay. Now let me create a step. Step is depending on multiple parameters. Here step is depending on job repository, and step is depending on transaction manager. Step is depending on a reader, processor, and writer here. Okay, now let me write the step here. Let me write as a step. I want to take few parameters. Now here I want to write as a bean object here. Inside a bean object, right now let me make it as a null value. And here how many parameters? One, we need a job repository. See, if you are watching for the first time, please complete the previous sessions about the concept here, guys. Then only you can understand about the terminology. Okay, then I need to use platform transaction manager here. This is also interface runtime. It will take the implementation class automatically here. Then here we need to pass the data. Now I need a item reader. This is a interface. What is our entity? Product is our entity. Okay, now this is called item reader. Then we need item processor. right? Item processor. So item processor will take two parameters. Input is product object and output is the product object. Now this is called item processor. Then I want to take item writer here. Now item writer has a output as a product. Now that is called item writer here. These are the parameters are required here. Okay. If you run this application, it will work. No. Job is depending on step. Step is depending on these three classes here. Now if you run this application, just verify. These are all. This is also interface, but where is the implementation? No, right? See here again what it is saying. It is a failing. What it is failing? Item reader is not available bean object. Why? Because I don't have any implement. Item reader is a interface. If you click on open implementation, multiple implementations we have. See here, list item reader, JMS item reader, and if you go down here, bottom layer, flat file item reader, JPA, JSON, mapping, different types of item readers we have. Based on our use case, yes, we will be implement as well. So we will start that activity as well. So here, to create a object, we need as a step builder object is required. Step builder, it will take again two parameters. What is the step one and job repository. Now here you need to write the information. As we told, in a single CSV file, you have 1 million records you have. Then I want to store chunks of information. So here after repository, you need to write one method called chunk policy we have. See here, lot of overloaded methods we have. Now one of the overloaded method called chunk method here. Are able to see? I want to store chunk information. Every 3 records I want to store. Of type means here you need to provide your parameter. Your input parameter is product object. Output parameter is also product object. If input and output will be differ, yes, that is a different act. Then I want to build the object here. Now here you need to pass your reader information, item reader, and I need to pass the processor, item processor. Then I want to item writer here. This is the how you can execute your step here. Now these three are the interfaces, right? These three interfaces also I should taken care. I mean to say, implementations I should write as part of this logic here, guys. Okay, this is the main base setup here. What is our first job we will do? First we will do about the reading the data. Okay, what is our context? We have a lot of implementations we have, guys. So let me open. What kind of use cases we have? Use cases we have, right? uh, let me zoom it, guys. Yeah, now here number one, we can use source and destination, guys. Okay, we will take source and destination. Okay, source is file, destination database. Then source is file, destination also a file. Okay, then source is database, destination file. Then source is database, destination is also a database. Like this, you can implement lot of scenarios we have in the Spring Batch here. As part of here, the way of writing the data in number 3 approaches we have. Reading the data, again multiple approaches we have. Okay, so we are going to discuss all the use cases. So as part of, if you enroll our full course, you can able to get the complete videos. Right now in our YouTube, we are going to demonstrate you this use case here, guys. Okay, if you want to know more about our information, so you can visit our website. So here you can enroll our course. just visit our Java Express Academy website. If you open our Java Express Academy website, here we have a courses. We have a course called Spring Batch and Microservices with e-commerce application. Complete sessions we have here, guys. Here only we will add the Spring Batch module with advanced concepts as well. Okay. Now in the comment box we have a WhatsApp number. You can ping and you can enroll in the course as well. Okay. Okay, let me start about the file. So to read the data, so what option we have? We have called flat file item reader. Now let me take it. Flat file item reader. This is about the source. Okay. Now destination, I can use some kind of a Spring data repository. Simple use case. Already you know this use case. Now let me demonstrate here. And this is one concept here. Again, from here, three use cases we will get from here. Input is flat file item reader. I want to store the data using JDBC cursor item reader. This is one concept we have. And the same way, why? Because I want to write the data, right? So we can have a another concept called JDBC item writer. See here, destination. End of the day, we will store data into database only. But based on the use case, we should use. If you take millions of records, this is the best option. The retrieval and performance wise, if you think, this is the best approach here. Yes, the way of writing from here and here is dead easy, but when you have a millions of records, it should be very fast. Then this is the concept you need to follow as well. Okay, hope this is the one context. Next part is, let me take flat file item reader, and here destination. Okay, either we have a concept called, okay, this is a JDBC cursor. Sorry, this is wrong, guys, it's my bad. JDBC item writer. So this is the concept. Okay, now input is flat file. Okay, and destination, either you can use, let me, flat file item writer. That is about the destination. File to file conversion, this is the second option. Okay, uh, next, reading the data. Either you can read either data from how many ways we can read. Let me see, guys, let me just, I'm checking the class names. Even I not remembered. Why? Because lot of implementations we have. Okay, flat file item reader, and what we can take, okay, we'll see the remaining use cases here. I should have, yeah, JDBC cursor item reader. This is the one concept here. Okay, and JDBC cursor item reader too. Either you can use batch item writer. Source and destination, guys. The way of sending the data, okay, will be. And even if you have a get a time using JPA paging item reader. This is the one context through the pagination, and we can use flat file item writer. Like a number of ways you can implement our Spring Batch, guys. Definitely you will be expertise in this particular module here, guys. Okay, and database to database, you can, once you know now context from where to where, how to write, how to use. Okay, a lot of examples we can do. Like if you take a JSON item reader, this is one, and either you can store data into database or flat file item, or you can go to JP item writer. Like in this way, see, not only in the file, suppose you want to write it to here, like this, you can use it as well, guys. Okay, this is one called all the JPA, JDBC, flat file, JSON item. So again, while writing in this flat file, another use case also will be there, like a CSV file, CSV file with headers. This is one of the context also we have. The way of writing logic will be little bit different when you are using CSV file with headers and without headers also here, like without headers. Okay, in this way now you can write multiple use cases as part of our context also here. Okay, so let me start with the first one called item reader. That means flat file item reader. This is the concept. Let me start about here. Okay, um, uh, here what I am doing here, let me take flat file item, no, flat file, why I'm not getting, yeah, item reader. Okay, item reader. Here if you see, what is your input? Product object. Here this is the implement item reader. The variable names means whatever you are using this reader, it will pull this object here. Okay, this is one of the bean object here. Okay, now here, do I need any parameters? Not required. Here you need to create a object, return. Okay, I want to return new, okay, flat file item. See, there is a builder object, reader builder object. Which object I want to loading? Product object. And here it will take one name, any name you can provide, maybe reader, just I'm taking as a reader. Okay, where is the, let me create as a build to avoid the compile time exceptions. Now to read the data, you need a location. This is the class path. This file can be available either C drive, D drive, E drive, or some other location. In the real time, it will be a different location as well. Someone place a file, and as a scheduler, you need to pull the file and you need to store data into database. That is the context here, right? So here what I'm doing, reader, and then what is the next step I'm doing? Resource as an object. Okay, this is a files concept. Okay, you need to provide your file name, new class path resource. See, file system resource also you can provide a file URL where you have a some specific location. The way of class names will be different. Now class path resource means by default meaning is src main resources. This is the location, it will be identified. In this place, what is the file name? products.csv file. This is the file name. This is the file name. Now inside this file, let me open a notepad file. We have a delimiter. There is a delimiter. See, comma. This is a delimited. Maybe there is a chance of delimited. So for that, I am providing delimited operator. If you have a different parameters, yes, you can provide. So here, what you need to map? Names. I need to map for what purpose? See, this is the name, this is description, and this is the price, this is the stock. Which target type? Target type is the product. So these variable names copy and keep it to here. Now you need to provide the arguments. First parameter, second parameter, third parameter, fourth parameter. You need to match with the target type. Target type is product.class. So whenever you are retrieving the record, when you retrieve the first record, I want to make it as a name. You need to make it as a description. Okay, and next parameter is the price. Okay, and next parameter is the stock. See here. So I am giving a naming. First you should understand about this one. Why? Because I want to map to my product entity. I want to map the first parameter as a name, 4 parameters, right? So you are providing how many names? Name, description, price, and stock. Whenever you are reading a record, I want to match to product.class. That is the meaning here. This is called item reader here. Let me run this application, whether any issues or not. Now, still what things we have? Item processor and then item writer also we have. Processor and writer. Again, processor job we can write in multiple ways also. So for your understanding, let me show you another approach also later on time. Okay. Now, this is the reading a file from CSV information. Now I need to create a item processor and item writer also here. So for that, what I'm doing, I am creating one package. Everything I no need to write in a single class. I can create one package called service. Here I am creating one class called product item processor. This is one of the class. Okay. Implementation I will write in another approach later on time. First let me discuss about this activity. Okay, this is a service. Okay, and here you need to implements item processor. This is the implement. Input is product, output is product. Simple. Okay, and write our implementation class, add an implemented method. See, every one read operation, this method will be executed. For one record, it will execute 1 million records 1 million times. This will be executed. Okay, now here what is your input and what is your output? Here what I am doing for your simple example, later we will be discuss more as well. Product dot, okay, item dot set name. What I want to do, I want to get the name into uppercase. I want to store all product names in the uppercase. Then I want to trim. Then same product I am forwarding here. Simple. Right now written as a very common basic logic for you guys. Very basic logic just I written for you. That is about item processor here. Okay. In the next session, we'll continue for the item writer, and till then, practice till here. If you any doubts, you can drop a message in the chat window, or you can ping to our admin team as well. In the chat window, we have a number, and if you want to enroll our course also, just ping to them. Complete course videos we have available, guys. Okay, chalo then. Thank you.